Hi, I'm Callie and welcome to Kapowski Reads and happy Saturday because it's Saturday. I am going to do a sort of weekend vlog. I have very little planned today because work has been and I need to just have a kind of relaxing weekend. I'm going to have coffee, I'm going to have pastries, I'm going to read books. I might play Stardew Valley. That's basically what I am planning to do this weekend. I'll maybe go for a walk. That sounds lovely. I'm getting ready to go into town just now because I know I said I wasn't having plans, but I'm having a plan. The singular errand of this weekend is I am going to go to the charity shop. I've got a big bag of, it's a combination of books that I'm not going to read again and some clothes that I'm not going to wear that could benefit somebody else. So I'm going to take that bag to the charity shop, then I'm going to get some coffee, and I want to go to a secondhand DVD shop. I really want to get my hands on a copy of Death Becomes Her because turns out I don't have a copy of it and I really want to watch it. So that's the plan. And after that, don't really have much. I'm going to let you know what I'm reading in this video so far. I am working my way through some books on my Kindle. I am currently reading a polar bear shapeshifter romance, a polar expedition, and other stimulating research opportunities. I'm currently halfway through. It is a polar bear shapeshifter romance. And all I really want from my reads this weekend is that they are fun and that I'm entertained. And so far it is fun and I'm entertained. But I'm going to head into town, do my singular errand, and then I can come back and relax. I have had a very productive morning. I look dishevelled. There's nothing I can do about this. All of my errands have been ran. I dropped off my charity bag, had a coffee, I got some stain remover because I have a mysterious stain on my favourite work dress. So need to deal with that. And then I had a little look at the DVD. I had a few that I was really looking to get, but they didn't have any. So I have since ordered them on eBay. Found them secondhand, so they will be arriving whenever they arrive. I'm not going to chase a DVD that I'm paying not a lot for. It comes when it comes. But I did find a few other films that I wanted to add to my collection. I got I'll Be Home for Christmas, the Jonathan Taylor Thomas Christmas film with Jessica Biel, and a really weird German Christmas village. It's a really fun video. I loved this as a kid and I did watch it a couple of years ago on Disney Plus, but we have cancelled Disney Plus, so I need to watch it at Christmas and I have it. Grosse Pointe Blank. I was talking about this film with a friend like last week and I really liked this. My sister loved this film too. Big John Cusack film fans in my childhood bedroom. So I was like, oh, I'll pick this up. And the last one is Riverdance. This is a 2 DVD though. I only actually want the 1995 Michael Flatley version. I'm not going to watch the other one. I don't need to. I have the Michael Flatley version. So very excited about this. I loved Riverdance when it came out, and if it came out in 1995 was the year that I started doing Irish dancing. And it may not shock anybody to know this, but I was not good at all. It's terrible. I'm not gifted in dance, and I know that, but I still enjoy it. You don't have to be good at things to enjoy them. So let's chat about my book. This is a dual narrative book that is told in the format of it being a research findings, like published findings of an expedition. We have Siren, who's an academic, and she has gone off to the north to find the source of the magic system in this world. She was told not to. It's potentially life-threatening, very dangerous. People have gone, people have not come, like nobody's come back. But she's like, I'm gonna do it. And we have Bairn, who is a man, but he's also a polar bear. They have not, at the point where I am right now, they have just met. They met before, like they caught eyes across the bar, but they haven't interacted until just now. And I'm having a good time. It has all been about the journey up north. And I quite like that because Siren is so passionate about her research, about like the world she lives in. So it's really nice having the world explained to me through the eyes of somebody who's really, really into it. I do like the format of the book. I also really like the world building. It just sounds like a fascinating world where you have these people who have these magical abilities. And then there's more people with more magical abilities because we've got shapeshifters. And it's just this mystery, and there's really cool like flora and fauna. It just sounds very charming. The meeting of these two characters when they actually met for the first time outside of the gooey eyes at the bar, it's very insta-love, which the book is short. So, okay, we don't have time for them to fall in love. But we do have this instant like, oh, we're meant for each other, which Siren is 30 and Bairn, I'm not too sure how old Bairn is, but there's been no mention of like an age gap or anything, so I'm going to assume he's also 30. And it just felt a bit, I understand like instant attraction, of course, instant attraction's a thing, but to instantly like be head over heels, it's a bit far-fetched, but at the same time, this is a polar bear shapeshifter romance. Who's to say what's far-fetched? Characters are both incredibly sexually frustrated, so I'm sure something will come from that. I don't actually know if this is a spicy book. I'm sure I'll find out. I will report back with my findings, my own research. But yeah, that's all I've got so far. I'll come back with an update when I have one, probably later today. I am going to the library and I'm going to take back my library books. I've only read 2 of them, but I videoed them and I really liked them. The other book I have realised is not what I thought it was going to be about. So I thought I would just take it back. I don't want to read it, so there's no point in me just waiting until it expires. And I wish that I had, I really wish that I had taken my books with me when I went out, because I had to go home, get my books, and then I'm coming back out. But that's okay. And the second half of this book, it took a turn. There was some mild peril. Siren got into some like pretty deep trouble and she acted like a petulant child when she got into trouble. Didn't seem to really understand the actual danger that she was in. But as the book is being told as if it were her research findings, you know she's going to be okay because she writes the book and she has retrospective footnotes. So, you know she's fine. I kind of felt there was like zero jeopardy because I knew everything was going to work out fine. From the, let's say, 75% mark in the book, it was just sex. That's it. There was not even any plot, just pumping. I don't mind sex scenes in a book, but I will be entirely honest with you, if that is going on for more than a page, I'm bored. I want the story. Like, good for them, seems really nice, looks like they are having a wonderful time, but if you have written an interesting story, I want to get back to that. Like, I want to get back to this chocolate box style village. Tell me more. What's this big, globe-topped building. I need to know more about that. There are so many whimsical residents of this tiny little village. Tell me about those. It's like living in a snow globe. I need to know more about this. Please, can we just stop with the pumping and go give me plot? Like the magic source. I need more about that. There were so many interesting nuggets that were just dropped and never picked back up. And I'm sat going, I for one would like to know more about this. I also had never considered for a single moment about polar bears subscribing to like the alpha belief. And I did. I don't like that. I really don't like that in any sort of entertainment or life. I thought that Baron's need to protect Siren was, it started off as like, oh, that's cute, that's nice. But then there were points where like, she's a grown woman. She is more than capable of handling some things, but like she can do this by herself. She doesn't need you to be like, grr. Like, just, it was nauseating. I really did enjoy the first 3/4 of the book. I was very much invested in the story. I wanted to know what was going to happen next. I quite liked the characters. I was having a good time. I was having a giggle. I was kicking my little hooves. But I would be lying if I said I wasn't left satisfied. I was very dissatisfied by the lack of expansion. Just don't tell me these cool things and then never return to them. This is the first book in a series, so maybe we go back to things later and okay, but I'm not coming back for books 2, 3, 4, etc. if you're not giving me enough in book 1. While it was entertaining, I'm not picking up the rest of the series. I am gonna have a little chill time just now. I'm gonna play some Stardew Valley. I started a new farm a while ago and I'm still year 1 farming away. And I think we're having a curry for dinner, which I'm very excited about. And we're going to watch Gladiators. And I'm probably going to cry because I cry all throughout Gladiators. I don't know why. I think I'm just really excited when people are passionate about things and they try really hard. But there's a Scottish guy on it. And I really want him to win because he wasn't even meant to be in the finals. He was like somebody got injured, which was very sad. But he was the like 5th. So they've got like 4 people. And then somebody got injured. And then he was the 5th guy. And I'm very excited. I liked him because he was Scottish anyway, but I also love the narrative of like, he wasn't even meant to be here. So I really want him to win. And then I'm going to read another book. Don't know what. I'll pick it up in the morning and I will tell you about it then. I woke up early. That is why I'm in my kitchen, because I'm pointing at a window. We have bare light in my kitchen right now. And I've just done all the dishes, done so much laundry, changed the bed. I have achieved, which means I get to spend the day doing whatever I want because I've done all the things I have to do. So I have started a new book and continuing the theme of having some fun with some light romance books that maybe have a little bit of a shape-shifting theme. I have started reading Maid for Her Snowbees by Eva Priest. Like, why not carry on the theme of shape-shifting romances? I don't know if I've read any shape-shifting romances that I don't think vampire romances count, but I can't. Oh, I've read some dragon shapeshifters. Other than that, I can't think of many anyway. This is a short book, so I am already a fair bit through it. We have Val, who is a maid. She has been hired to be a housekeeper at this grand home in a town that is occupied by monsters. Instantly, I'm like, yes, that sounds amazing. And Val is human. She has been trying really hard to get a visa so that she can go and live in this town. She wants a fresh start. Instantly, we know what she wants a fresh start from because there is a sort of content warning at the beginning of the book. And put 2 and 2 together and go, that is what she is running from. Noted, valid, get thee to the monster town. And for Val, it kind of feels like fate because she's been offered this opportunity and it's almost like fallen in her hands so perfectly, and she's been trying so hard to get there. Val gets to the house and she's not the only person there. She got told she was getting it set up for this grand ball. And when she arrives, the house is so weird. Like it's locked, but it sort of opens as if by magic. Like the house is an entity itself. And when she gets there, there's a snow beast. And his name is Tor. He turns into a snow beast though. So he's still like a grr, I'm a big beast. But then he can turn into a big, almost like Yeti type thing. Tor instantly decides that Val is his mate. So we're having a bit of a fated mate romance here. And he's like so grumpy. And Val is so sunshine, and Tor is kind of, it's so strange for him to be like, wait, I don't hate this person. The house is so cool. It changes the contents. So when Val is looking around the house with Tor, he's like, what is this room? Like, he doesn't recognise the house because the house wouldn't let him in. He'd been sit in the sort of like granny annex, like the greenhouse. And he eventually manages to get in with Val and he's like, I don't recognise this house, and this little tea tray, like tea trolley, like whoozes in, and it's just so charming. It's very Beauty and the Beast. I love like an animated house. I'm loving the setting. So Tor, he's decided that Val is his mate, and the house is like, I'm a big fan of Val. So it just feels, it's so nice for her to like be welcome, be wanted, and like she wants to be there too. So it is all quite lovely. There are a lot of different kind of creatures, like monsters. It's a monster town. They're mentioned in passing. We don't really get to meet them. I hope we get to meet them later because they sound so interesting. And similarly, I would love a little bit more world building as we go on because I really like the sound of this town. I want to know more. There's a town filled with monsters. Like, tell me more about the monsters in the town. I'm intrigued. I don't feel that knowing what Val is running from, based on the content warnings at the beginning, that's not ruined the tension. If anything, it's kind of increased it because I know, or I think I know, that that's coming. And I'm like, is this thing that? I don't know. It's keeping me on my toes and it's keeping me alert. I really like the characters. I'm really having a good time with this. I'm really looking forward to finishing it up. I'm going to go. It's a really nice sunny day. I don't know if it's cold. Might be. Probably is. This is the northeast of Scotland. And we do tend to have like a second winter in spring. I'm going to go for a walk though. I really want a croissant. Fresh air would be nice, but pastry would be better. It really is a pastry weekend for me. I got a blueberry Danish yesterday and it was amazing. They do not have them on sale today. Otherwise, I genuinely would consider going back for another. It's a pastry weekend. What a gorgeous weekend. I'm so happy for me. I'll be back when I have finished the book. I'll probably finish it today. There's not much left. I got my croissant, the literal only thing I really, really want to eat today. I got it, and I got a walking coffee. How does that differ from a normal coffee? I walk while I drink it. That's basically it. It's a very technical term. Then I came home, packed my work bag for tomorrow, and I finished my book. And I feel like this book did the same as the last book. And I don't know. Maybe that's my fault. Maybe I made bad choices. I have a habit of making bad choices, especially when it comes to ordering takeaways. I'll try something new and I won't like it. Like that curry that I got that had bananas in it. I'm still upset about that. This book was building and building some really good storylines. Like, I really wanted to know more. I wanted like a full series in this town, which I think this series is going to be. So again, this is the start of a new series, and I think I will probably eventually learn more about the residents, but not in this book. I learned like a teeny tiny bit. Crumbs. I got crumbs. And then all the fun storylines got sidetracked again for the sex scenes, and good for them, but it was a lot of just throwing away the plot. I really wanted plot. The language choices for these scenes, I do have to kind of remark on. They were an odd choice. There were some awkward, kind of cringy terms that were used, like seam, length. And those aren't romantic terms. They're really not. They're kind of gross terms, and I honestly think I don't know, like, to achieve the total opposite effect to their intent. I almost felt like a full body cringe, like I curled up like a prawn. But honestly, I really would have liked more plot. I was so intrigued. There was a Beauty and the Beast style library. I would have loved more of that. It was magical in that not only was it basically your classic Beauty and the Beast library, but any book that you could think that you wanted or that you needed would just magically appear. And I was like, yes, can I have that? Thor had fought in this galactic war, which we hear nothing about other than he fought in the galactic war. That's it. What was the war about? Who was warring? Is he, what was he like before the war? Is that why he was bristly? Was he always that guy, or did war change him? It probably did. But tell me this. And the world building, it left me again wanting more. There were sirens. The sirens were frozen underwater. Tell me about the sirens. Did they get unfrozen? Tell me about them. I want to know. And there's a sheriff, and he's mystical. I want to know about him. There was a stalking story as well, which I think was over so quickly. It was very, I don't know. I think it's because this was a very short book. It didn't have time to do everything that it wanted to do. But I kind of wish that it tried to do a little bit less, because everything in this book, like, it was a really interesting plot. It was I think it was going to be a really rich world. And all of that was dropped for like the spice, which I really worry that I think it's going to sound like I'm hating on spice, and I'm really not. I just don't like when a book sacrifices great storytelling for spice. Put spice in a great book. Don't make the book less to just be like, ooh, yeah. I really liked the characters. They were so varied, and I really liked the different personality types and the different relationships that we had going on. And I would have loved more of that. But then again, this kind of totally switched into the sexy scenes. And again, we had insta love. And I'm like, I get it. He's a snow beast, and he can turn into like a big white snow beast that can control the weather. Of course you're allured. Like, that's handsome. Go for it. Yeah. Oh, I did achieve my goal though. I wanted to have a fun time. I wanted to be entertained. I wanted to chuckle, and I did. I was entertained. I did laugh. I did kick my little hooves. I had a fun time. I can't be mad. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.